Now, if the person's hair is really long, like Louise, and we're going to take it to a tidy length, you might want to start taking some of that length off with your scissors first. Don't go too deep into the hair because we don't want to take any gashes out of it, but you might want to take just the very longest bits with your scissors. So your clippers, which may not be brand new, can get through the hair. Now, before you clip the edges, make sure they're bone dry because it's much easier to clip a hair when it's dry. So get your hair dryer. And as you go, just comb the hair down with your comb. And when you're happy that that's completely dry, you can choose the length for your sides. Now, I've chosen a number 4 because short braids look a bit strange on Louis, but you could choose any number that you like, depending on how short you'd like the sides of the hair to be. And when you've done that, take the clippers and go from the bottom, gently pressing onto the head, bringing it up through the hair. And when you get to the sort of temple area, instead of rounding it around the head, just pull it straight up to the ceiling. Now just go around the head, pulling it straight up to the ceiling, going over it a few times. And you can use your comb to get rid of any stray hairs. So you don't want to take off this corner here, just take it away from the head. And the best technique for holding the clippers is to have your thumb on top here, so you've got full movement of the clipper. And just carry on doing this around the head, you're pulling away a bit more so when you get to the back. Once you've gone over all the sides once and you're happy with them, go over them once more because there'll be lots of strays that you've missed, and that'll just make the finish a lot neater. Now, Louis' ears are obviously very hard, but with most people you can just push the ear down and go up behind it like that and go in different directions to just make sure you're getting all of those hairs in. Again, using your comb to just get away the strays. Now, when you cut the sides, make sure the top's nice and wet again, because we're going to comb it down and take the second section. So the second section is right here where the hair goes in at the corner, called the recession, and you're going to take our line around the head from there, combing it out of the way, following that line all the way around the head, up a bit higher at the back this time. Clipping it out the way as we go. So we'll continue taking that section from that corner on the other side of the head as well, as neat as you possibly can, and clip all of that out of your way. Now, when you have a really tidy section that you're happy with, you're going to connect the sides to the top length. This is probably the trickiest bit of the haircut, but I know you can do it. Now, what we need to do is use the edge of the comb and draw a section that's about ½ an inch wide, like so. Pull it out from the head and use your comb to grab it, like so. Now, when you grab it, you'll see where the short hair is that you've clippered. You want to angle the hair slightly away from the head and cut just up to your knuckle. When you comb that down, you'll see that it's starting to blend in together. And once you've got one of those sections, comb it down, grabbing part of the section you've just cut and part of the long hair. Now you'll see the short hair that you need to meet the length of and cut. You can keep combing it down to look how it's getting on. Then again, half of the new section with half of the short hair, cut. Keep following around the head, grabbing some of the long, some of the short, and cut. Now when you come to the front section of the hair, you can grab it and pull it towards you, as you have been doing, and slightly back away from the face as well. And that gives you options for kind of sweeping the top into the sides. So just carry on that same technique around this side. I usually start over the ear, just taking a small section of the hair, clamping it in your fingers and pulling it towards you to meet the shorter length. Follow it all around to the back of the head. You see the short hair that you're going to meet there. Now that you've cut the sides and blended them through to the top, you have the option of either leaving the top length, a very hipster style. For those who want more of a classic short back and sides, this is the time where you'll now cut the top. So again, get control of all the hair that you're working with. And now we're going to take the hair in sections and bring them straight up from the head and cut them. So working your way from the back of the head, take a parallel section straight as you can, move the rest of the hair out of the way. And now cut this hair not straight across but pointing into the hair like so, and just clamp it again. Comb it down and see how it's sitting with the rest. Then repeat, take a section across, move the other hair out of the way, hold it up parallel from the head, and you want to grab a bit of the last section so you can see how long to cut. You can see it's there, your guide, and cut. If you rest this blade on your finger, you won't cut your fingers. It's a good one to know. Take your third section, neat as you can, hold it up from the head with some of the old section in there, see where it is there, and cut. And you'll see that that's starting to blend in nicely to the back. Now when you get to the final front section of the hair, or the fringe, some people like to wear their hair swept back, and for that you'll need a little bit more length through the front. So if that is the case, when you pick up that final section, in with some of the old bit, just pull that towards you ever so slightly before you cut the hair, and that will give it a little bit of extra length. So now, to make your cut look tidier through the edges, if you've gone in with a number 4 on your sides, then get the next number down, so the 3, and just tidy in the very edges with that shorter grade, kind of blending it in to the sides. That will just look smarter throughout. So if you've gone with a number 2, you'll be doing this with a 1. If you've gone in with a 3, you'll be doing it with a 2. Just getting those wispy edges all the way around. So to finish off and really refine your haircut, you want to use your edge trimmers to just go around the very perimeter of the hairline. Now, I'm aware that a lot of people might not have a pair of edge trimmers at home, and if you don't, you can just use your normal clippers. Make sure that your clippers are closed, so when this lever is pushed back and you see the blade come out, that's open. You want it to be closed, so it's as close as possible. And as you go around the hairline, just use the very corners of the blade, so you're not cutting into the hair, but rather just taking off those tiny wispy edges with that sort of action around the ear. And again, you'd push the ear down and just use the corner of the blade to refine through there any wispy bits. So you go that direction, and then in front of the ear, you come back the other way, being careful not to nick the ear, all the way around the hairline. Now once it's dry, you might say, Faith, oh no, I can still see a little step in the hair. What am I going to do? I'm going to let you in on a secret. Thinning scissors. If you own a pair of these, it's like magic, blending out those ridges. So if you can see a little ridge in the hair, just get the wide end side of the comb dipped in and go through the ridge like so. Just give it a few snips, comb it down to see how it's looking. It will start disappearing. Give it another go if you want, but don't overdo it. Now I must say, do not use thinning scissors on curly hair because they don't agree with it, but on straight hair and wavy hair, you can use them to refine through any ridges. Now of course we're just going to be sitting on the sofa for a long time, but if you still want your hair to look awesome, then finish it off with your favourite product, a bit of a matte clay or a paste. I'm using Cume because it's amazing. Just go in, rub it together in your hands and work it all the way through the hair, getting right in to the roots. Just keep working it through and putting the hair where you want. And there you have it, a much smarter version of Lockdown Louis that you've achieved at home.
my name's Maxine. I work for a company called Idlewild and we have 5 hair salons in the Oxfordshire area. Now I was going to show you how to curl your hair with straighteners. We've all got straighteners at home, and this getting a bit of curl in your hair literally hides a multitude of sins. I've not had mine cut for quite a while. So heat up your straighteners, heat protector if you've got it. Just grab chunks. Honestly, you do not need to be neat. Hair straighteners down, hold with your fingers, twist and bend. Bigger the section, the more wave you're going to get. Smaller the section, the more curl. If you've got longer hair, just keep on twisting the straighteners. Now, if you've got really silky clean hair, you can put some hairspray in it. Hairspray will burn, it's just the hairspray, not your hair. So this has got resin in it, so this just bends the curl into position. So don't be neat, grab some bits, twist it. When you get to the back, if you've got shorter hair like me, just feel your way, literally, don't try and do it in the mirror, it's just hysterical. If you've got longer hair, part it down the middle, bring it round, curl that way. Once you've done it, if you want to wave, brush it out. Or bring it out, make it big, whatever you like. I prefer big hair. Little bit of a flick. Now, tip. If you decide you don't like it and you want to change it, don't keep going over the same piece of hair again and again. What you need to do is wait till it cools down. You've already changed the bonds, so once it cools down you can re-change them again. If they're hot, they won't change. So keep going around. If you've got a sectioning clip and you've got more hair on the other side, pin it up, but again, don't worry, don't be neat. Remember, grab and twist. Hair straighteners pointing down. Ooh, curl. What I was going to do is show you how to pin your fringe. You do not want to be cutting this at home yourself. I've seen funny fringes over the years. Hairspray, if you've got some at home. Back comb. You can back comb with a comb or a brush. Really firm in at the roots. This all works better on dirty hair. Mine's actually clean at the minute, which is quite a rarity. But keep spraying in at the roots and really back comb. Really firm, literally you want your hair on end. Now my hair, because it's so bleached, will back comb really easy. When you get to hair here, not bleached, it's going to need more spray, more back combing. I like big hair, so my plan would be to go for a big 50s quiff. You can smooth the outside with your comb, but don't comb all of your back comb out. You just don't want to see it. You don't want it to look like a matted mess. Later on you could be doing that FaceTime call with the guy of your dreams, or like me, this is my birthday weekend, it's just going to be with my mates. Using just some Kirby grips I found at the bottom of the drawer, coat pocket, found some in my car earlier. Get my nice 50s quiff going on. Keep on curling, hair straighteners pointing down, bend, you can bend in any direction, away from the face, forward, and just curl. I'm gonna keep curling. It just really hides the fact that you've not had your hair cut like me for quite a while. Obviously hair that's not bleached can take longer on the straighteners. Hair that is bleached you want to be more careful with. And you keep going section by section, that way you just get a tousled look that makes you look like you've put no effort in whatsoever, but you don't look like a pile of crap when you're on the phone. Hope this helps some of you. Thanks very much, be safe, bye.